Mastering theory calls for more than mere academics. How practical is your engineering education? With over 350 engineering institutions in Maharashtra alone and over 14 lakh students across India, everyone standing in line for the same scarce lab facilities. When will you get your turn? India is a vast country, but sadly, student lab facilities are just not as vast. The solution? Virtual labs. In February 2012, College of Engineering Pune launched a unique learning program that harnesses the internet to deliver not just knowledge, but practical training to complement theoretic training.
Virtual Lab project is a very interesting project initiative from Ministry of Human Resource Development, started about 4 years ago. Many colleges do not have wherewithal in terms of good quality equipment, and therefore students are not trained in the laboratory experiments. And therefore this particular idea came up that virtually the students anywhere, if they have a good internet connectivity, should be able to experiment on their own using the facilities that are created by all these institutions. So in this case, apart from IITs, few other institutes were added, and College of Engineering Pune was one of those institutes who showcased our excellence in this particular area. And I hope the investments that have been made by the government would be made use of by hundreds and thousands of colleges in the country, so that their students will be able to have enriching experience in terms of the quality of experiments that they are able to do.
Virtual labs range from easily scalable simulation-based to measurement-based to almost real remote triggered facilities. In partnership with several reputed engineering institutes, including the IITs and leading industry brands, Virtual Labs offer a one-stop resource bank for students to stay up to date with the latest in industry trends and tech advances across varied disciplines.
I personally feel that simulation is a mid-stage between a classroom teaching and a real-life exposure in a laboratory. It permits us to look at, to study what-if scenario. It permits us thinking and developing a system which are too complex in nature. It's almost a low-cost solution. It reduces the product cycle time significantly. Another very powerful feature of these simulators and this virtual laboratory I feel is its availability. It's available anytime, anywhere, which is very suitable for today's learner, because today's learner has different style of learning.
IITs, few institutions in the country, like College of Engineering Pune, came together to develop this massive exercise. The name of this exercise is Developing Virtual Laboratories in Major Domains of Engineering Education. These laboratories are of two types. One is a simulation-based laboratory, wherein a mathematical model will run at the back end and the students will get a feel as if he is performing actual experiment. There is another concept called as remote triggered laboratories, wherein a physical infrastructure will be set up at a particular institution where the faculty support and the expertship available. These labs are set up in such a fashion that a student who is logging from a remote location will not face any difficulty in running those plants. The entire learning management system is developed around this idea, wherein the student will go through certain tests, surprise test, pre-test, post-test, quizzes, and after satisfying these requirements, once he has gained a certain amount of maturity, he is allowed to book a slot for the remote triggered laboratories. After booking a slot, he will be given an access to write his own logic to run the plant. A prior requirement for that is a student will learn about that plant through this portal. After booking a slot, he will develop the logic, download his logic and test whether the plant is working as per his logic. Along with that, an IP-based camera interface is given to him. Because of that, a student can physically see what is happening in that plant and whether the plant is running as per the logic which he has developed. After completion of the experiment, the Excel sheet will be shared with the student, indicating how he performed the experiment, how he controlled those parameters, and has he made any mistakes in the form of generating alarms or events. And this will also be used by the in-charge faculty member of that institution to assess the performance of that student.
जेव्हापासून आम्ही व्हर्च्युअल लॅब वापरायला लागलो तेव्हापासून आम्हाला भरपूर काही कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर झाले आणि त्यामुळं आम्ही नवीन सेन्सर्स पाहायला मिळाले आम्हाला. आमच्या लॅबमध्ये फॅसिलिटी नसतानाही आम्ही हे सेन्सर्स कुठेही आणि कधीही पाहू शकतो आणि त्या सेन्सरच्या म्हणजे टाईम लिमिट नाही आहे. आम्ही सगळे मित्रांसोबत कधीही कन्सेप्ट हे डिस्कस करतो. तर त्यामुळं आम्हाला हे लॅब वापरून भरपूर आता कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर झालेत आणि आम्ही खुश आहोत की आम्हाला अशी लॅब वापरायला भेटते.
I find it very integrated kind of things because whatever I want to study, I can gather in one place only. That is all what is available there. Not only one reference or two reference or three reference I get lots of references. Not only one lab I get accustomed to, I get many labs like biomedical instrumentation, controllers, electrical machine, vibration and torque, acoustics, mechanical engineering. So it's not limited actually, it's just exploring the arena of engineering.
Virtual Lab is an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development and under the National Mission of Education through ICT. MHRD wants to reach out to as many aspirants in the country. Through this lab, which was set up in association with Center for Bits and Atoms at MIT in 2009, we have been able to do a lot for our students, and we thought it worthwhile to extending this lab to all the other students in the country. And in the next phase, we want that this lab be remotely triggered, and this lab focuses on digital fabrication. There are two areas to this fab lab. One relates to the electronics domain and the other to manufacturing. And these people who are in the villages through Vigyan Ashram, which is located in Pune in Pabal, and we have done some projects for the village rural folk. Also we have done some research for Autodesk in the domain of 3D printing. So and this is a great opportunity for students in other engineering colleges who can partake these labs sitting there from their colleges and work on different experiments.
Convenient, self-learning enabled, multidisciplinary, and above all, free, making them ideal for everyone from institutions to graduate students, to PhD scholars and students developing their own projects. Come, take your education to the next level. It's time to become virtually perfect.